where's the solution for number 1?
Oh, hold up, I'm printing the paper out. There we go. Alright.
In other words, conceptually, where is the solution when you're looking at a graph of two different functions?
The point that intersects.
Okay. So where is the there's two intersection points on number 1. What are they?
There's 8, minus 3.
Give them correctly. Always give the x-coordinate first, not the y-coordinate.
So there's minus 3 and 8.
Minus 3 comma 8 is one of them. Okay.
And then there's 2 comma 3.
Correct. Okay. How about number 2?
There are also 2 of them. There's the first one would be minus 4 and then 0.
Good.
And the next one would be 0 minus 4.
Okay. Now, number 3. Determine which of the following points is a solution to the following system. What's the best way we're going to do this?
Substitution?
Yeah. Well, by substitution, take each point and see if both equations are satisfied.
Yeah.
If you find a point that satisfies both equations, then you got your solution. Well, does this first point, minus 3 comma 0,
minus 3. Yeah, that works.
okay, does it work in the second equation?
No.
Actually, it does. Notice that if x is minus 3, then this first term is 0. Well, 0 times anything is 0.
Yeah.
So as long as either of these two terms is 0, then g of x is also 0. In other words, both of these points, or excuse me, this point, minus 3 comma 0, satisfies both equations. Therefore, that's the solution. And there's no real point in looking elsewhere. Solve the system algebraically. Hold on a second. Why is this not working? Okay. Well, let me do this. Hold on a second. It's the first time I've seen that other program not work. Hold on. Now I've got to blow it up. And all right. Solve the system algebraically. How are we going to solve this algebraically? Okay, the first thing to notice is that when we have a system of equations, the y's are all equal. This y is the same as this y.
Yeah.
So if this y is the same as this y, what would be a next logical step?
Check the y's.
Set the two functions equal to one another. In other words, that's what y is equal to, right? Well, it's equal to the other y, and the other y is equal to this. So now we have one equation, only one unknown, and we should be able to solve it. Let's try to solve this. What am I going to do to solve this?
We need to get everything equal to x.
Everything equal to 0.
Yes.
Which means everything needs to go on one side. Okay. Move one of these to the other side and tell me what you get.
I can add x to the side.
Now hold on. First of all, which side are we going to move everything to? That's a pretty easy decision.
The right.
I've only got 2 terms over there now. You want to move all 3 of these terms to the right? Wouldn't it be easier to move these 2 terms to the left?
Yeah.
Not to mention that I leave the coefficient of the x squared positive. If I were to move everything on the left to the right, then it makes it a negative coefficient. And that's much harder to factor. So the moment you see this, you should realize I want to move these 2 terms on the right to the left. What's that give you?
Well, then I subtract 2x.
Okay, so it's x squared minus what?
X squared minus 2x.
Well, hold on. It's x squared minus x minus another 2x. So how many x's do you have?
X minus 2x.
Yeah, if I'm going to move that to the left side, then I got to subtract 2x from both sides. Well, I've already got a negative x over here, so how many x's am I going to have if I move 2 more over there?
Minus 3x.
Okay. How about the number?
Minus 4.
Okay. And that happens to be something we can factor. Factor that for me.
Okay. So there's 2 x's.
Okay.
X. Then.
Don't try to do the whole thing at once. Do the second step alone. Second step is determine both sides. That's the second step. Okay? Now do the third step. Factors of 4 that subtract to the number 3. What 2 factors are we talking about?
4 and 1.
Okay, where's the 4 go? Where's the 1 go?
The 4 goes on the right, the 1 goes on the left.
Alright. And now we've solved it. In other words, x is either equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 4.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. The second one. Same kind of problem, really. In other words, we've got everything in terms of y, right? Both equations? Well, these 2 y's are the same. Therefore, tell me what I should write.
You should write 4x plus 8 minus.
No. This y is equal to that y.
Oh.
Just like the previous problem.
Well, I still say it equals parentheses x minus 1 squared minus 33.
Okay, now we have to solve that equation. In other words, once you get it to one equation and one variable, it doesn't matter if it's quadratic, you can still solve it. But almost all the time. Well, first of all, if you have a quadratic where you have an x squared term and you also have an x term and you also have a number, then the only way to really solve that is to get everything on one side, 0 on the other. And then simplify, and then factor, and you got your answers. So what do I need to do here as a first step?
We need to keep everything on one side.
Well, not yet. Before I can get everything on one side, I need to do that right there. You'll see why. Square x minus 1. What do you get?
You get x squared minus 2.
No. Here's what x minus 1 squared means. X minus 1 times x minus 1. FOIL that. What do you get?
X squared minus 1. X squared plus 1.
No, you don't. FOIL it. You got to do every term by every term. In other words, you got to do that by that, you got to do that by that, and then you got to do that by that, and then you got to do that by that. There's a middle term in there, minus 2x plus 1. That's what you get when you square that. Okay, so I'm going to just write it like that. Still, I got my minus 33. Well, now we're done with the exponents and I'm ready to combine everything. So on the right side, I've only got that x squared. How many total x's do I have? I move everything to the right.
You have x squared minus 6x.
And how about the numbers? What are my net numbers?
Minus 7. And then, yeah, minus 40.
Okay. So now that's equal to 0.
Yeah.
So now factor this.
Alright, we have
Second step.
And then both our terms are going to be plus minus.
Third step.
We should figure out numbers that add to, no, multiply to 40 and add to 16.
Not add.
Subtract.
Because of that negative sign right there. What you want are factors of 40 that subtract to the number 6. Well, what factors of 40 subtract to 6? Well, let's figure out all the factors of 40. Okay. Where's the 10 go? Where's the 4 go?
The 10 goes on the right, the 4 goes on the left.
And now you have your solution. X equal negative 4 or X equal 10.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's see. That's that whole page. What do we do next?
I'll look if I have any extra homework.
Okay.
From the upcoming weeks.
So I'll close this one out. That's on Google Drive, huh? Okay. Is that that's the same one you sent me already, right? The one that's in the chat window now?
Yeah, there's nothing else.
You don't have anything else?
There's literally nothing else. So like the past week there's nothing else, and then like the upcoming week there's one thing and we already did it in class.
Okay. Well, we don't need to... How's your overall score in math? What's your overall grade?
Well, right now it's not a C. I'm trying to get that to a B.
Okay. Well, in general, I'm going to say this, that if you're below a B, then there's always something to work on. Whether you have any new material or not, there's stuff to work on, okay? If you're getting an A, then I wouldn't be able to say that. If you're getting an A, then you got it under control pretty good. But if you're not getting even a B, then you should always be able to find stuff to work on. Even if it's just like factoring. In other words, you could see how important factoring was to all the problems we did today. So factoring is something that, like I said, you can just never get too much practice at it. But I will let you go for tonight, but kind of keep that in mind for next week and the week after, at least till the end of the year. There's always stuff you can work on. You just got to find it, Nick. By finding it, I mean go through your material that you're supposed to know and figure out what you don't know, and let's work on that.
Alright.
Okay, stuff like that.
Alrighty.
Alright. I will let you go tonight, and I will talk to you next Wednesday at 4:30.
Sounds good.
Alright, bye-bye.
Alright.